Hi, this is Patricia, and today I'm going to go over some tips and movements using the Picowave. I'm going to show you some moves with the Picowave with Nano Program. With the Nano Program, it's targeting those deeper lines and folds, but it also does much more. Remember, the Picowave does not have the oxygen program in, so what it does warm up the tissue. It works on the texture of the skin, and it also, because it improves that texture, and it also brightens the skin, brings in the circulation. As you can see, my client here is getting a little pinkish red, getting stimulated. So with this program, you like to do some gliding, right? Some nice gliding, cinching, and you can just roll this probe. It's really great. This single probe, you can really get in there. Erasing, right underneath the eye, right above the eye where they get crepey. And what a nice, important move is just holding. Now when we're holding, we're targeting those stubborn areas for the current can just work right in there. Okay, the next program we're going to be doing is the Pico. And the Pico program is targeting those fine lines and wrinkles, which everyone has some fine lines and wrinkles. So if they don't have the deep lines and the folds, you don't really need to go to Nano. You can go right to Pico. And Pico is going to give you that circulation stimulation as well, and it improves the skin texture, brightens the skin, and it really preps for the other programs as well. Since we know that in the Picowave we do not have the oxygen program, so this does a very nice job prepping for the other programs. We do do the gliding and the cinching as well, and the erasing, and of course we also do the holding. And the holding is again a great thing to do when we're targeting stubborn lines that just need to have more work on. The next program is going to be Tone. Now Tone is like one of my favorite programs, and exactly what it does, it tightens and tones the skin. So you're still going to be using your gliding and your cinching, and it's great to cinch on Tone because it really can pop up those cheekbones. Erasing, and again holding. So when you use the Nano, the Pico, and the Tone programs, the intensity is 15 to 35%. And those are guidelines to go by, but they're not written in stone. So if someone's able to go up higher, of course they can. The main thing is we want them to feel a little bit of the current anyway, and you know how they say, when you feel something, you know it's working. So I always let my clients feel something. And if you have to go past 35, that's fine. But again, then we're only guidelines. So Tone does a great job, and I mean, it actually works even as a lifting. The next program we'll be going over is the Ion Lift. Now the Ion Lift is the facelift. It is the ultimate program. We're never going to not use on someone. So what Ion Lift does, it actually does holding. So we hold for 8 to 10 clicks that you hear from the machine. Each one of these clicks are actually doing something, so it's important that you just don't glide and not hold. So as we go up, I always like to start at the neck and bring myself all the way up to the face. Now with this you can like glide, because you see I'm gliding up and holding and gliding more and holding. Another thing is you can get under there and do the cinch. Now this is really how you can get a really nice facelift. It's just holding, and it's great to hold for 8 to 10 is my recommended. And especially the older they are, the longer it is best to hold. Great for eye lifting. And just open your eyes with this program. It just lifts that eyelid, gives them a beautiful lift. Also helps underneath the jawline to sculpt. So in your lifting program, its intensity is usually 50 to 75%. And again, those are guidelines. They're not written in stone. So it is the tolerance of your client. Okay, now we're going to do, it's the auto sculpt. Now this is the auto mode on the Picowave. And it is targeting nano, pico, and tone. So nano, pico, and tone, every minute and 30 seconds it changes a frequency. So it will first start out with nano, 1 minute and 30 seconds, then it will go to pico, and then it will go to tone, and after that it's going to repeat that sequence. So it's going to be a total of a 9-minute program. And again, your moves are just gliding and cinching and erasing, and of course always holding. So glide, cinch, erase, and hold. And this program can be 15 to 35%. And again, we're doing it to the client's tolerance. Okay, our next program here is the auto build, the other automatic program that's timed for 9 minutes. And we're going to be holding for 8 to 10 clicks. And every 1 minute and 30 seconds, it's going to change to a different frequency. And after the first 4.5 minutes, it's going to repeat that sequence all over again for a total of 9 minutes. So again, it's the glide and hold and the cinch and hold. It's just a time program.